It was time to go. After spending 3 weeks in the northern part of Tanzania, I went to the airport and was sitting on the airplane flying to America. I wondered what I was doing. All in a sudden, those lovely Tanzanian smiles seemed remote to me. I wondered whether I had been there or not. All the past memories were flying along with the plane. Then I looked down. There it is, Mount Kilimanjaro, white and stately across the sky, betrayed and flying away from me, along with all my sweetest memories. I looked out to see the mountain, murmured the last goodbye, and began to cry. That is the last memory I have with the mountain, the snow-capped top with holy silver, blessings, and spreading the peacefulness. I love the mountain so much, and I will never forget in the very early morning, when I woke up to go running, I always saw the mountain overhung with mists. During the day, when the bus drove us to the secondary school, the mountain with red cliffs would appear to the left or the right in my window. It is located everywhere and left a holy impact on my heart. And I even think the holy mountain shaped the local indigenous people. Those local Tanzanian people are just as welcoming as the mountain, which opens its arms to foreigners. I would also never forget the secondary school teaching experiments. Once I jumped into their culture, I understood their struggle, the local people's economic pain, and their hardships towards life. With 415 students in one secondary school, only 10 permanent teachers are available. But those students are so lovely. They want to help to develop the nation so much. They ask us deep questions like how could I make economics policy so that my country can be as strong as the US. I love them and I really want to contribute my effort to help them to go as far as we college students go. Before the trip, our professor assigned us a cultural anthropology book to read. Carefully opened up the front page. A sentence jumped into my head. Once Africa is in your blood, you will always return there. No expression could be more aptly applied to Tanzania. At the point, I questioned the author's viewpoint. It was just not sounds right to me. I never imagined myself would return to Africa again. But now I realize that I was totally wrong since I have been there. After the trip, I was always sitting alone by myself. If you then being curious and ask me what I have been thinking, I would probably tell you that I just saw a silver snowboarded peak spreading out. Then a mountain shape occurred, curved against the sky. Just like magic, the holy mountain is spreading out and unfolding in my heart. I'm in northern Massachusetts now. The sky is blue and I'm stepping on the orange and yellow leafy woodland again. Everything at Wheaton looks exactly the same as the last fall. But I'm a different person now. The 3-week experiments gives me a new illustration of happiness and definition of life. I have a more broad view towards global awareness. I have a true understanding that so many third world countries need global help to develop their nation. A couple days ago, I went on a UWC retreat trip in Cape Cod. Along the way, I met one lovely young student from Tanzania. She was wearing a beautiful kanga, traditional clothing worn by most women in Tanzania. In a sudden, I feel right away there's a bond, some kind of bond I cannot explain it. It is almost like we are from the same country and share the same beliefs. I know by saying this, you might think I'm a very childish person, but in a sudden moment, when I saw her stylish kanga, I feel like as though we were sworn to the same secret. That is kind of weird feeling, that you feel so close to someone while being thousands of miles away from home. So that's my story, a particular story of my own. This story always exists in the softest place in my heart, no matter how loud the outside world is. My story is and will forever be laying out there. Whenever I feel hurt, miserable, or sorrowful, I will always pick up the story as a Tanzanite, gazing at it carefully and tirelessly, because I always know that this place is my special home, a place where I go, I would always be surrounded by indigenous people, waving, smiling, with arms open, yelling karibu.